All right, welcome back to the Run.down post-game show over here on the Strickland YouTube channel, as well as the Strickland Podcast Network. If you were listening to this the morning after, Knicks lose. The win streak is over at 8. Um, we lose 113 to 106 in a very exciting game, I would say. As disappointing as it is for the win streak to not continue, um going into Christmas. This was a highly entertaining game between a really good team in the East and a team that was supposed to be good in the East. Um you had both RJ and Randall lead us with 30 apiece. Um Quickly, once again, has broken out of the slump. 20 points starting for Quentin Grimes, who was out, which I think kind of exasperated some issues on the court today for sure, which we'll get into. And yeah, those were basically the main three guys that like were scoring today. RJ kind of like showed off everything today, I would say. Um, the 3-point shot was going for him. The drives to the basket were great. Had a great poster dunk on what you call it, OG Anunoby, who tried to get out of the way but still got in there.
I think they took the lead off that too, which was really hyped to see.
Yeah. Yeah. We took the lead off that dunk. It was like a crazy run that we were going on. But yeah, I mean, he displayed everything tonight. 35 and 5, had a steal, shot 58% from the field, and 66% from three. And let me check the free throws real quick. He was 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So he hit a good amount of his free throws. But yeah, I mean, he really had it going. He looked absolutely great today. Um, and yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was a really encouraging performance from him. Also, considering the fact he played 46 minutes tonight,
yes.
like which is nuts to think
And the
about.
fact that he had the like the stamina to just like get up there and like throw that down on OG after playing like however many minutes it was at that point in time.
Yeah,
Kudos to him
just
for that.
yeah, like that was an Iron Man performance for him, and to do it as efficiently as he did it is really encouraging. Um, so yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm happy about his performance. I feel like his passing was really good tonight. I feel like his defense, as much as it could have been, it was solid. I just feel like overall he played a really fantastic game. Um, the defense again, like I said, like I think after the first half he started to like lock in better second half. But yeah, like I think it was a really strong game for him. Arguably his best game of the season, and I want to see him continue to keep on those roll that he's been on. Really good
Yeah,
to see.
yeah, he's been great as of late. During this win streak, and even in the loss today. I had a feeling coming into this game. I was like, yo, back to back, Grimes is out. Dibs is like gonna do some. He's either gonna play 8 man or he's gonna like throw in like Rose or something into the mix. And like I feel like Toronto's I feel like some BS is gonna go their way tonight. And I just had this feeling coming into the night. I was like, man, I feel like tonight we about to lose. I tried to stay positive. Like there was points in the game where like it definitely felt like they gonna lose, and like I tweeted it too. I was like, yo, this game is over. Like there was a point where we had like one timeout left and like early in the fourth quarter, and I was like there's no way we're winning this game with one timeout left. And then Mitch gets hit in the groin, and then he ends up sitting for the rest of the game because of that. Like a whole bunch of weird shit happened today. It's sometimes it's just not your night. And we'll talk about that in terms of what happened late in the game. Because I mean, Julius Randle was having probably one of his better games, except for like some of the stuff that was going on with like OG and Anunoby and like whoever else was trying to get in his head. In terms of like on the court. Um, but yeah, he was having pretty much a really great game, and then the last like whatever seconds or minutes of the game happened, and that's what people are gonna remember of tonight's performance, honestly.
Yeah, like you're already seeing the clip going around of him smoking the layup, which
Yeah, I
sucks
mean,
because that was the only 2 point shot he missed tonight.
yeah, and like he literally all he had to do was just dunk it. And
Yeah,
like he pretty much dunked every other take that close to the basket tonight,
yeah.
which
I
was so
just
weird. Because like if you feel that you don't have a good grip on it, the best thing to do is actually just dunk it. Like, why would you go for? It reminds me of like the Patrick Ewing layup, the finger roll that he smoked in the playoffs. That's what it reminds
Yeah.
me of. And everyone says that he should have
uh
dunked it. That's the vibes I got from that play right there.
I do, bro, if you got a wide open paint and you are of dunking height,
You should dunk it.
dunk the ball.
Dunk the damn ball. I wish I posted the clip of you got to dunk that shit because literally that's what I screamed in my room. I was like, you got to dunk that. Like like at that point the game is not over. It's still within like striking distance if you can like do the right things. At that point, and the way our luck has been going as of lately, you never know what can happen. But tonight was clearly not our night with things like that happening, and of course with him missing all those free throws too, that definitely didn't help at all. And I think his negatives are really going to be made more of a spotlight tonight, um, because they were really loud and like the margins are really slim when you're in these type of close games like this. So those type of issues they really get exasperated when the games are close like this.
Yeah, it sucks that you're gonna get clowned after this game, but like he'll be fine. He'll take it on the chin. I think more than anything, like the free throws were like the really aggravating thing because missing 5 free throws when he's been such a solid free throw shooter this year, or not this year, but this month was like really frustrating to see because like he would make one, miss one, make one, miss one, and then like the end one that he had, he missed that one as well. Just really overall like a very like a blemish on a one on an otherwise like a really positive game from him. Uh, yeah, just that was a tough one to watch. Like the free throws down the stretch, they just played sloppy. Like this team played,
Very sloppy, and it looked like a team that was coming off of a second. It looked like a
yeah,
team that was on the second night of a back to back.
yeah, they played super sloppy, and they still had it within like 3 minutes to go, and it took like god tier, like it took Pascal Siakam having a career night. It took
And
them,
the MSG refs, or not even MSG, I'm not saying MSG refs like they work for MSG. The refs not knowing how to officiate a game at MSG for the opposing player.
and like 16 turnovers by the Knicks. Like it took so much for them to like eke out a victory that like sure it sucks to lose,
Oh,
but
and
at the
also it took Jalen Brunson looking like me out there,
yeah,
minus the passing.
yeah, Jalen Brunson looked like Schwinn at the wreck. Jocelyn Schwinn. But yeah, it was very rough. And if it took all that to lose by single digits and it got to like you were within 4 until you started playing the free throw game, you're fine. You're that's as hard of a loss. I think it would be hard for the fan base, but like that's as tough as a win as it is for like another team. So
Yeah, I
sucks,
mean,
but
they're gonna parade this win like when they're like at the bottom of the standings. They're gonna parade this win as like one of their shining moments in such a dark, gloomy season. So I hope they enjoy this. And yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you guys were lucky to get a win in a game where we had so many things go wrong for us. Um, I'm gonna start making a new category of this show when talking about the next opponent. Who is going to be the Jeremy Grant candidate for that team? Because tonight it was Pascal Siakam. So who is going to be the guy who has a career night due to like an unsubstantial amount of free throws in their favor? We will get to that when we talk about the next opponent, which is a very easy person to pick for the next opponent. Um, for the next two opponents, actually, because they got some real foul merchants over there. But continuing on with tonight's game, Emmanuel quickly, um, once again, getting out of the slump. I don't know what was it that worked for him
Ice Spice.
so well. But I mean, he had this stretch in the third quarter where he was just like unconscious from three, and like I said it yesterday. It's like every three that he takes, it's like it feels like it feels like more than 3 points, like because like the energy of the crowd that goes with him when he's hitting these shots, it feels like it's legitimately more than 3 points, like these points are worth. And like the fact that he hit them like right after each other, and like we were trying to like cut the lead down in the third because heading into halftime, I think we were down like what 10 or something.
10.
Yeah, so like when he came out firing like that, it definitely, gave the team energy. It gave the Garden energy because the Garden was in some lulls for a moment, but that most of that second half was pretty energetic and pretty exciting. Shout out to you know, all the guys that contributed to that. But yeah, I mean, very quickly, if he finds his offensive rhythm, and Jalen Brunson doesn't look like this all the time, and when Quentin Grimes is back fully healthy, and when Obi's back, you're just imagining what the level this team can reach offensively. Um, because you got like four guys that are capable of going for 30
Yeah.
legitimately, and then you got Grimes who can drop a calm like 25 when he can.
Yeah, I think the main thing that this team was missing was bench scoring and wing defense. And if Quickly is playing like this on a consistent level, and I stress on a consistent level because you can't have two games like this and then come up in the next six and hit three threes. Like I need him to be able to do this on a regular basis. Obviously, not 6 out of 7 from three, but like I need him to be more consistent with his shot. Um, but this was a step in the right direction tonight. And yeah, like this you could tell that this team has the depth. They have like a core six offensive guys where like those six offensive guys are able to really contribute to wins. And you saw tonight, two guys went off for 30. Brunson had a really rough game, so quickly steps up for 20. And Mitch is able to drop in 10. Shout out to Mitch, by the way. Even though he got hurt, he was still able to drop in 10. You know that Obi coming back is probably get you a 10 ball, or like Quentin Grimes again, like you said, he can get you 20 if he has like a really hot night. So the fact that this team has its depth and this team has its options to like really be able to score is encouraging. And even guys like Miles, Miles is able to do stuff. He starts to find his stroke offensively as well. It's really promising to see these guys perform. So yeah, like it's a loss. It sucks, but I'm not going to feel too bad about this in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, someone said that Prez's last tweet kind of sums it up, and it's basically what we've been saying too. He said, losing this game fucking blows, but if it takes Mitch getting his nuts getting decimated, Pascal catching the Holy Ghost, the Knicks being depleted on a back to back, and the refs wilding all for a close win, I think we'll be all right. Still mad though. Totally. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wanted this streak to go to at least 10 heading into Christmas so that way, the Garden could be rocking, and the Garden's gonna be rocking regardless because we're good now. So like, but yeah, I mean, I wanted this to go on much longer. But new streak starts on Friday.
Yeah, it's just a really, really strong, perfect storm of events. Like when Pascal Siakam is literally having the game of his life and catching the Holy Ghost, that's when you know that like maybe tonight is not your night. And the fact that it was still our night until like the last 2 minutes and really came down to Randall smoking the layup. Otherwise, I think they would have been down two. So like that game was still close to the end. Like minutes distribution was wild. Jalen Brunson looked like he got shell shocked by Toronto's length. They were playing 8 guys. Derrick Rose got the charity minutes, and then he found out, oh wait, like he still can't be playing yet. I'm surprised we didn't see Cam over Derrick Rose. I would have liked to see more length, but that's a question for the beat writers to ask. But yeah, it was just a very weird sum of events, and ultimately speaking, like they're still able to keep it close, and you hope that you're able to bounce back on Friday.
Yeah, you don't want to let this loss get them too down. I don't think they will. They've showed some very strong resolve, especially in this game alone. There were so many moments where the team could have just folded and been like, okay, well, let's see Siakam get like 60 and lose tonight. But they pushed through. I mean, Siakam still got 52, and but yeah, I mean, I think if Grimes plays, I don't think he does anything to Siakam, but I think he diminishes Fred VanVleet so much
Yeah,
that Fred doesn't go off for 28, and like it's just you're just basically letting Siakam do whatever, and you're living with the results of that. Tonight, the fact that Fred decided to actually be a good basketball player, um, it kind of sucked because Jalen Brunson wasn't able to,
match him.
match him. Yeah, exactly. If Jalen Brunson was able to match Fred VanVleet, and then Grimes was able to like, not even if Grimes isn't here, so I'm not even gonna say that. But like if Brunson was able to match him, I think we win this game. But Grimes being here would have definitely shut all that shit down, and little fake Drake would have had
I
nothing to say for tonight.
I feel like if Grimes was at the game, then like that first half isn't nearly as bad defensively as it was because like I feel like for the first half they were basically trying to find their footing defensively because like you're learning how quickly plays the point of attack versus Grimes because like you got settled into that for the last like 15 games or so,
Mm-hmm.
and quickly is a different style of guarding, and to be honest, like quickly's defense in the first half was not that good. I feel like he was letting Fred beat him consistently off the dribble. I feel like Fred was getting 2 feet into the paint consistently off of Quickly's defense. And I feel like in the third quarter, there were some schematic changes. You saw like Randall take him on the switch more. You saw Quickly start to like really play up and over screens and really just like get that second effort and that second
Mm-hmm.
gear. So like it was a good change to see, but like it definitely happened a bit late because the first quarter usually they used to set the tone and the tone wasn't set as much as it should have been set tonight.
Yeah, screw Ty Jerome for fucking stepping on Quentin Grimes' ankle and
Yeah,
shit.
Ty Jerome is not valid. He's not good in Dykeman, and we will be. He is on a shit list as soon as possible.
Yep, he definitely is. Get into the other players in this game. You know, Mitchell Robinson, 10 points, 3 rebounds. I thought the rebounding tonight on the team was kind of very iffy. I mean, that's something that we've been dominating um for this win streak. So for it to be like as bad as it was tonight versus a team that is like relatively small compared to us was very weird. Um, I know we weren't boxing out really that much today, so like I think that contributes to it. But like I just really couldn't understand why we couldn't like get a rebound so many
It
times.
was,
Like
it,
there was so many times where the Raptors had like 4 or 5 possessions in the same like trip.
yeah, like I feel like a lot of these come down to back to back with 8 man rotation. Like I find myself going, well, why didn't this happen? Because like those dudes look gassed at the end of the game. Why wasn't this happening? Those guys are really tired. It's a back to back, and I know that they got the rest of the fourth quarter, but like RJ Barrett again played 46 minutes tonight. Julius played 40. Like
That see, this is why that blowout versus the Warriors was so key in getting that because it allowed them to like, because imagine if they had like gone down to the wire with the Warriors, which wouldn't happen at all because like the Warriors absolutely fucking stink.
yeah,
But if we had gone down to the wire with the Warriors and then heading into today, like dudes is like still gassed from last night, this would have been really bad.
yeah, but again, I still feel like even with Grimes, if Grimes makes it out of that game, I feel like they at least have a better chance of winning, if not win it. So
Yeah, I think with Grimes here, we definitely win this one.
So hopefully he's back for the next game. And hopefully he's back for uh the game against Chicago. I hopefully they said it was day to day, and I feel like it was just second on the back to back, which is why he was out. So I don't think it was too severe.
Yeah, hopefully not. Um, you know, Derrick Rose back in the rotation today. I know some people were suggesting Svi because he kind of offers the same things offensively that Grimes sort of can as in terms of at least with the shooting. I never imagined that Dibs was gonna play Svi, brother Svi. Um,
Should have been Spee, free Spee.
but yeah, I think like it's either gonna be like if someone's out, it's gonna be like Rose in the rotation for that person. And if not, then like yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna start to get into comments because I see quite a couple rolling in. Make sure you guys keep them rolling. If you're watching on Twitter, pull up to YouTube, leave a comment, interact with us. You know, we try to get to as much comments as possible. So definitely pull up over here if you're watching on Twitter, because I know there's quite a few people over there. Don't be afraid. We don't bite. Before we get into comments though, I will get into um what is everyone's favorite part of these shows. The NBA season is heating up. When I'm looking to get in on the action, I bet with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers can bet just $5 pregame moneyline on any NBA team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Check this out. Right now, everyone can earn up to a 100% boost with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, place a same game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, total rebounds, and more. The more legs you add, the bigger the boost, the bigger your shot to win big. Download the app now, sign up with code TBPN, place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win their game, and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's code TBPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes or show description for details. One thing I did also want to mention is that RJ and a lot of his baskets tonight was like really patient. There was this one play where like he was backing down. I forgot who it was, but he was backing down someone, and then like he got into the got close to the paint, did a fake one way, and then made the basket the other way. And I thought that was like just like real maturity from like where he was earlier in the season in terms of his shot selection, and like rushing shots in the paint. So that was really good to see there.
Yeah, I would have I thought his like ability to probe was really strong as well. Like he was probing, he was really patient, like you said, getting into the basket. It felt like it was really calculated, and his decision making was really sharp tonight. A couple turnovers were boneheaded, but I feel like overall his like the sum of his parts was really strong tonight. The stretch he's been on the last, I want to say, since he like had that breakout game, I think in OKC, like he's had a really solid stretch of basketball, which is really good to see. And you've seen him have strong games passing, you've seen him have strong games rebounding, obviously strong games scoring, and the shooting has been up and down, but it's been like a consistent basis. And if he's consistently like a 20, 21 point per game guy, like 56 true shooting, like it's okay, but like for him, that's a really big boon. So happy to see that from him.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get into some comments. So Chris Bernhardt says, I'm glad we get refed at home like we're scumbags. I swear these random ass players get MJS whistles, but Lord forbid we get consistent calls. Like the Raptors had 5 fouls after halftime. Insane. Yeah, I mean, we definitely get it's so weird to me because like you would think they would favor a home team, especially a team on a win streak. The Knicks at MSG, like that's bring back David Stern, man. He knows how to market this league. He knows how to market this league. How do you not have your biggest market get foul calls on their home court to extend their win streak? Like that just I don't get it. Like David Stern would have definitely made the call, and this game we would have had this game in the bag by the third quarter. Honestly. But yeah, I mean, I'm so tired of these guys. Like, no offense to Pascal Siakam or Jeremy Grant, but like they're not warranting getting this many foul calls. Like, this is stuff for like Giannis, like Jason Tatum. Like, if they come in here and do that, like I have no problem. I respect it because like they're legit superstars. But like Pascal Siakams and Jeremy Grants of the world, like you're not supposed to be getting these calls. And, like that's how the league is supposed to work. Like they're getting like touch fouls and like guys are like on the RJ Barrett, like he missed and like OG got the save and it went through Randall's legs. He was like riding RJ the whole way and like hooked his arm. Like can we not get something for that? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
it was just the Siakam's whistle was just really weird. Like he got the Giannis whistle, and it's like, why is Siakam getting a Giannis whistle of all people? It
I
just
understand he had 38 last game, but like Like
Like a
you don't
player
you
of the
don't.
week that moving you that heavy?
My
Because
gosh,
I mean, he'll win it, but like player of the week should not be moving y'all like that, dude.
these refs, man, they need to get serious. They need to get serious.
They need to stop hoeing us with the whistle. Like I don't think it was that horrible, but like, come on.
It makes it so much more evident in in certain moments.
Yeah.
It's so much like that Brunson call. Dude literally just fell down after the jump shot and they gave him the whistle and we didn't even have our challenge because we used it on a play that was so obvious that oh my gosh, this thing is gonna be mad because this is the compounding effect of bad calls. We had to use a challenge earlier in the game for a bad call that we could have used for a bad call later in the game because the refs don't know how to do their fucking job.
Yeah, it is the refing has just been so inconsistent, and
It's been so bad this year. I mean, between the blowouts and the bad calls, like how has the NBA been a watchable product for anybody this year?
I mean, true, but like
It's been bad. Like
we
it's
still gonna
been
watch.
bad.
We're still watching though. That's the problem.
I'm still watching because it's the Knicks. If I didn't have any straw in this race and I was just watching for fun, I would not watch this shit, bro.
I get it.
But yeah, I mean, like that shit pisses me off because it's like we had to use a call, we had to use a challenge on a bad call earlier in the game because little fake ass Drake wanted to kick his legs out on a jump shot, and then Jalen Brunson had to beg to Tips to use the challenge there. And then here we
And
are later,
they should let you keep your
Jalen
challenge.
Brunson again in a situation where a dude is just like falling on a jump shot, and he gets the call.
I'm like upset they don't let you use your challenge twice.
You need to get your challenge back if you win it. If you win it,
I
you should get it back, and then that's it after that.
I absolutely feel like they're gonna address that in the offseason.
They
They kind of
have to. They
they
have
have
to.
to.
There's no way that there is not a reward for like punking the refs, basically saying,
Yeah,
"Haha, you missed the call, stupid."
yeah, because like it happens in the NFL. The challenge was like basically an NFL like inspired thing. Like it needs to happen.
Yeah, you can't have situations like this happening. But I'm not gonna dwell on it too long because the game wasn't like that egregious. But like certain calls, they really do make that much more of an impact than other calls. Jordan Bub says if Grimes were there, I believe we would win this game, but Knicks made the right decision to keep Grimes out because what matters is long term. Facts. Not right now. I also blame NBA for scheduling of this game. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna harp on them too much for it because they've been pretty good with the back to backs and like because it used to be way worse where like teams used to be like
4
playing
days.
like three
Yeah,
games in 4 nights and like
yeah. And like the lockout season where it was fucking like the back to back to back, bro, it was hell.
yeah, it was really bad.
Like it could be so much worse. So
Yeah, it was really bad. So, I'm not gonna harp on them too much for the scheduling. The Knicks, they still came out. They almost won this game. Couple calls go our way, couple bounces go our way. Scotty Barnes stays on the court a little bit longer. We win this game.
bro, Scotty Barnes needs the diamond tester immediately,
Son is
bro.
awful. Oh my gosh. I wish he was playing like all those OG Anunoby minutes. I know OG Anunoby didn't do much, but like if he played out there, I would have been like so much happier.
Son, he went 1 for 10.
I wish he went like 1 for 15 because like if he stayed in the court a little bit longer.
Oh my god, bro, he looked horrendous.
Yeah, he
Like,
was he was bad.
bro, like I can't even say the Monstars took his powers because he was mid even the rookie of the year season. Like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I had Evan Mobley and Cade above him, but you know,
Like
which
he got the James Wiseman touch. Like what the son looked like he didn't know how to dribble. He was shook. Boy saw Hartenstein and saw he caught the Holy Ghost when he saw Hartenstein. Like, bro, what? Like that man is broken. He is absolutely broken, and I don't know what's going on, but like, yo, he was a team worst 16 tonight. Like, if he played like even probably 3 more minutes, they lose that game. Wild.
yeah. I mean, Oh, Nick Nurse, why couldn't you just play him a little bit longer, man? Just a little bit longer.
They had to start playing Thad Young like a damn tryhard.
Try hard. He's such a try, dude. That challenge that he challenged that was like so obviously not like something worth challenging. Like he's such a dork for that. Like wasted mad time. Like
He's a dork.
he's a dork. He's a dork. He's a dork. Like who challenges like that type of call early in the game like that? And like it was so obvious that like you were not gonna get that call reversed. Like wasted like precious time. We had to go to commercial break. Like, who has time for that? I got a job tomorrow. We're not trying to spend extra time watching the fucking try hard ass Raptors and Pascal Siakam get a fucking God's gift whistle tonight. Like, no, cut down the game time without all these bullshit challenges. This motherfucker did not help that shit tonight.
Also,
He's a dork
JL
because he's a try hard.
JL says that IQ travel after the RJ dunk hurt. Bro, they had all the momentum in the world. And like
The
Julius,
Jalen Brunson traveled hurt too.
yeah, but like that IQ travel, like they took the lead off the RJ dunk. They get the steal, they're running the court. All IQ needs to do is pull, but then he hesitates and he travels, and I was like, no.
He pulls right there. He's making that shit. Like the
Yeah,
way he was shooting tonight, he was making that shit.
he makes it and they win the game.
Yeah.
He makes it and they win the game. Because at that point, like the Garden is rocking, IQ is feeling it. If they have another turnover or if they have another missed shot, then like the Knicks just ride that momentum and they win. And it just really sucks that he traveled on that play because that was such a pivotal moment. Like down the stretch, they just look so exhausted. That like those little mental gaps that happened like on the back to backs, like really kicked in and like again, they were still in it until the better end. So like a team that's clearly like exhausted, playing an 8-man rotation essentially, no bench, and they're just like basically going off like vibes and grit, and they only lose because of Siakam having a come to Jesus moment. Like you're in a good spot still.
Yeah. Hawkeye 420 says, what about Obi? He plays well versus Toronto. Would he have made a difference? I think he would have. I
Yeah,
think he would have.
fresh legs more than anything. Just like being able to like play other guys and rest dudes on the court like would have been really helpful.
And like, yeah, he's had like some of his best games of his career have come versus Toronto, oddly enough. Like he had this like 19-10 game, I think, versus Toronto early last season. Um and then like he had that game at the end of last season, like when they were playing like just OG and Scotty and Dad. It was like no Fred and no Siakam, I think, and like but it was like the rest of their guys. But yeah, Obi went off against them for like 40 or whatever it was.
Yeah,
But yeah, Obi generally does play against them pretty well. I think his ability to like I don't know what it is really, honestly, that
it's
like
those
he does so well against them. But yeah,
Canadian schmucks, bro. Just make you want to give them 20.
whatever it is, I'm happy that Obi always, is always killing them because I hate the Raptors.
I hate the Raptors Twitter fans
Yeah, they are very extreme.
because they just start talking shit, and it's
They're
like,
very
dog,
extreme and like they think OG is like worth the Donovan Mitchell package. Like,
so
please get a grip.
Zach Lowe really needs to like get a grip because my man is doing the insane gawking from the side right now. Like, if fucking OG Anunoby gets 3 unprotected first round picks from a team, that team needs
This
to fold.
this league needs to fold. This league
Yeah,
needs to fold.
like it's time to go bank. It's time to declare bankruptcy, and we about to start playing some independent ball because ain't no way OG Anunoby should be out here getting 3 unprotected first round picks.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Obi would have definitely made a difference. It sucks that he's out and he couldn't really pull up today. But we move. We move still. JL says 0-12 record after when we trail at halftime. Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, that too. Like when we get down, it's hard for us to like come back.
I mean, I respect them for not giving up and having a valiant effort because there was plenty of moments where they could have given up because there were plenty of moments where I would have, pressed save and exit on 2K and hopped out of there and turned off my PS5 and watched something on Netflix. Like those are the type of moments like because like the Raptors, they're like that person online that like does all the shit, like all the try hard shit. And it's like, bro, we playing a game. Like, relax. Like, it's a game.
Like they don't want to pick up, call, and foul.
They're the one that sends like full court traps and shit like that. It's like, bro, we in the first quarter.
Like
Like, relax.
they're the Pat Bev of the league. And it's just like
Honestly.
y'all be trying too hard, and then when y'all losing, y'all be trying to act like y'all tough. And it's like, no, you're not. You're just losing.
Yeah. Jordan Bub says it should have been Cam, but he saved those minutes for being in Lakers starting lineup very soon. So why waste time on team that won't make conference finals and contribute to Lakers run? I don't know if the Lakers are gonna really make a run or anything. I mean, they're gonna make a
Man,
run at the play-in, but like
I
that's
don't even
about
think they
it.
make the play, bro. Like Anthony Davis hurt, like it's over for them. But yeah, like I'm surprised it wasn't Cam tonight. I feel like even getting like 10 minutes of Cam would have been really helpful.
Definitely,
Sorry.
definitely. Oh, definitely, yeah, because it would have gave us some fresh legs, some length, someone to attack off closeouts. That would have probably got some of their guys in foul trouble a little bit more because Cam has had a tendency to do that sometimes. Like he would attack off closeouts, get some and ones, get some
Yeah.
fouls. Um, he wouldn't have provided like the tertiary playmaking that Grimes does, but I mean, I think we had enough players out there that could have provided that instead of him, and that we could have just had Cam do some simple stuff. But you know, Dibs just wanted to do what he did, and you know, here we are.
Yeah. It's weird, but like again, Cam versus our Rose. I'm not gonna harp on it like too heavy.
Yeah. Again, where the Knicks they dominate so many stuff, but like, yeah, here we go. Field goals, they shot 55% from the field, 11 from 26 from 3, 11 from 18 from free throws. That really hurts. Um and we had more assists and the same amount of rebounds as them. But yeah, I think Grimes definitely, makes a difference in terms of I think Grimes gets us more free throws in that situation because, he's someone that puts pressure on the rim.
Yes.
And he's someone that's been getting to the free throw line quite a bit as of recently, and I think he just helps minimize what Fred Van Fleet did tonight. So he is sorely missed. I definitely knew that his impact was going to be greatly missed. I think everybody did, but like I think I knew from jump. Like once I saw like he was like they were like, oh, he's gonna go through shooter. I was like, nah, he's not playing. He's not playing. Like let's just stop the bullshit and just like cut to the chase so that way we can prepare ourselves for the eventual loss that will probably come as a result of it. 17 turnovers definitely doesn't help at all as I'm looking at the MSG broadcast as Dibs is talking to the press right now. But yeah, 17 turnovers. That definitely compounded with the the free throws and like the ref situation definitely did not help at all.
Yeah, it was a again perfect storm of bad things and free throws. Free throws especially. It's just sucks.
Yeah. Um yeah, I mean, oof. That was a very exciting game though. I mean, I was like on my feet just like enjoying like RJ dunking on folks, Emmanuel quickly, hitting threes, like looking like a young Steph Curry, looking like his rookie self. Finally, I mean, like we literally have been saying like he should go back to how he played during his rookie year, like in terms of pulling and shooting without hesitation. So the fact that he's kind of reverted to that, I don't know. Is he tuning into the post games? Hopefully, Emmanuel quickly if you're listening or watching. Shout out to you, for regaining form. But yeah, I mean him getting back to form has just added a whole new dynamic to the offense, and I'm glad Thibs actually started him today because that has always been a joke amongst Knicks fans is like Thibs does not like to start IQ for God knows whatever reason. No matter who is out or like who is available, he will start like Deuce or whatever before him. So he finally started IQ. Shout out to him for doing that. And IQ took advantage of the opportunity and ran with it.
Yeah, I think that's like a very big sign from Tibbs in order to like be like, this is the guy I want as my sixth man essentially. Like he's the next man up. Um, I think it also like kind of confirms that IQ Tipsy's like IQ's more of a combo guard than like a point guard, but like again semantics. I'm not really thinking too bad about that. But yeah, like he for his first start of the year, he performed great. It felt like he was really in that again 2021 bag, and yeah, like I just want to keep him seeing. I want to keep seeing him like play that way because if he keeps playing like that, like he's a six-man of the year candidate. So and I think a lot of people think he has that potential. And I'm not saying that in like a Lou Will type of way. I'm just saying that in a way of like he could start, but ultimately speaking, like the guy is a gifted scorer who shoots really well.
Yeah. Uh, Hold up. I see Virgil X. Oh no, JL. Here we go. He says we still on an 8-game win streak when Grimes plays. That's all that matters.
Agenda, push it. It don't count unless Grimes is in the lineup. And Mitch Robinson finishes the game healthy.
Yep. Virgil X says, "How much do you contribute this loss with all the negativity from Strickland and Locked on Knicks podcast versus not believing Knicks could carry the win streak through the rest of the season?"
Yeah, we might be the problem.
Oh man, I mean, shame on us for being too realistic. Um, but nah, I just wanted to like see them win out the rest of the year, like the actual calendar year. And then from there, sky's the limit. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to see how far it would go into the rest of December. Especially heading into that Christmas Day matchup with the Sixers. If you're like riding a 10-game win streak into that type of environment, like that game can be as electric as tonight was. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. If I mean, we've been relatively really positive on these post game streams, so that's got to count for something out there.
Surprisingly, because we usually not that positive.
But like the Knicks haven't really like given us like
A
anything to
lot.
like really be upset about. I mean, a whole bunch of people are gonna harp on like Randall's airball tonight. I was upset at it, but I also laughed at it because I was like, this is like classic, like Randall in the clutch, like I said earlier in the season, like Randall's one of the last people on the teams like I ultimately trust in the clutch, and he keeps proving it to me time and time again. Like this guy is just like, honestly, like he is like on a mission to prove that I am right about him in crunch time and everyone else on him in crunch time. Because like I said on this pod earlier this season, I was like, I'd rather see RJ with it in his hands like before Randall, because like RJ, like he had all the crunch time, the clutch time stats from the last couple of years. He's been like top of the league and that type of stuff. So I trust him, but like Randall just keeps proving to me like airball and a layup in the clutch. The bull situation where he had the ball and he airballed that shot, like dude just keeps airballing shots in the clutch. What's going on? Gotta get more chalk on those hands.
Dog, like my man had the dropsies. That was the worst time to have the dropsies because I could end up with Shaq and a fool in the morning, man. Oh God, I feel so. I just it like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, all right, that's game. I was like, damn, you can't do that. You can't do that. But sucks to see it, but it's fine. They'll hopefully bounce back the next game. So
Yeah. Schwinn had said on his time he was like he thought this was a very bad matchup for the Sims and Harnstein combo. And he also thought that Dibbs should have gone super small with 3 guards, plus RJ, if Cam and Svi were not going to even get a chance.
yeah, I think like the Sims and Hardstein lineup is a lineup that you play until it doesn't work a few times, and then afterwards you bench it. So like I think it'll probably get a bit more run, but like if it consistently gets beat like that, then I would start to like maybe retire it and try to get some more shooting and size in there. Like I would have played Speed tonight because they just needed guys who could like hit shots after a certain point.
This was perfect candidate for a revenge game. Svi was a Raptor last year. Who knows what could have happened today?
He would have dropped 15, man. He would have dropped 15 and then
And that could
went
have been
home
the difference right there.
went home to his black wife. That would have been a way to win.
He would have been having a day. Honestly, 15 points versus your former team, and you go home to that. I mean, hey, he would
Shit, that's,
that would be one of the greatest days of his life,
that's a better
probably.
that's a better day than I'm having. I'll tell you that much. Shit.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, Dibs is gonna do what Dibs wants to do. Um, he also like went insane with the timeouts today. They had one for the whole fourth quarter.
Yeah, he was wilding, but I was like, you know what? I get it because like the momentum was slipping away. But there were good timeouts, so I'm not too mad about them.
Yeah, they like reeled the team in, I guess, a bit, but it's like also like having one in the fourth, like that's the reason why I was so low on um our attempt at at a comeback in the fourth quarter. But
Like when
you
I
know, the Knicks
was
they
like,
proved me
yeah,
wrong. So
there was like one point where like the Raptors had four and the Knicks had one, and I was like, wow. But so yeah, like that kind of shows you like how topsy turvy this game was and how much they had to battle back, and they still made it close, and they still took the lead at one point. So hard out and a good effort from the Knicks despite some mistakes.
yeah. All right, let's see. Virgil X says after tonight's performance, will the Knicks keep IQ? They should. I mean, these last couple performances, he's been like shooting his eyes out. And like this is like what you expected to see from him. Like this is what I mean. Like I think Warriors fans yesterday they were like pissed because like IQ was going off and like he's shooting 29% on the season, but it's like this is not who IQ is as a shooter. Like he is way better of a shooter than what he's shown this year. So like this is like the positive regression that we're seeing happen in real time, and it's happening really quickly because no pun intended. But like he's hitting like I mean, like, what is he shooting from three these last two games? I mean, it's like insane percentages. Like,
It's he shot 5 of 6 and then 6 of 9, so
yeah, like it's insane stuff. Like
11 of 15, which is I want to say 73%. Yeah, 73%.
70%. Yeah, I just
Did it off the top of my head, by the way. I'm like that.
I suck at math. I had to pull out the calculator app. But yeah, 73% from three. I mean, that bumps up his 3 point percentage, like just like that. And
I
you
can
know,
check it. Yeah, I can check it real quick.
I think they said on the broadcast it's up to like above 32%
Yeah,
now.
he was at 32% coming into the game, and now he's at. Okay, that's not updated yet, but it should be probably around like 33, 34 now, and he should be shooting more than 40% from the field, which again, true shooting going up. Good to see.
Yeah, I mean, this is the positive regression that we expected. It's happening really fast. And it's happening like in not I don't want to say bunches, but like it's just like I don't know how to say it. But like
It's happening really quickly. Is basically what you're
no
trying to
pun
say.
yeah, no pun intended.
Uh,
But yeah.
man, it's hard to say anything other than like can't say fast. Like you gotta say other like can't say fucking quickly. But yeah, you know what I mean.
Virgil X says I intended that pun, by the way. No, I didn't. I literally didn't even realize what I said until after I said it.
No,
But
deadass. Sam never tries to make that pun.
yeah, I like that is such like low hanging fruit. I would try to go for something way more clever. He says, "Is this a wake up call for IQ to jack more threes? Him and Grimes need to shoot at least 7 on the regular, for sure. I hope it is. I mean, there's so many games where both of them are like either so hesitant or they're not like they're just like not looking to shoot at all. Like they just like being very passive. And you know they're just giving the ball to like RJ Randall and Brunson. And I think they both need to both be more aggressive, and they have been as of late. And hopefully, it's something that continues. I know Derrick Rose has said that he's been in their ears about being aggressive. And like how if they take shots, then the shots will eventually fall because you have to take shots for them to fall. So hopefully they're listening to that sound advice and continue to keep taking shots because um as you can see when they are shooting them with confidence, they are going in. And I mean, IQ tonight was like screaming at the crowd and stuff. He's back. Hopefully.
Yeah, like he's doing his poses. He's like talking to the crowd. He's high fiving dudes. He's saying like "Let's go, man" and everything like that. Like he is such a momentum player. But like, how many times do you see quickly hit a big shot to take a lead in like the second half? Like that's what he does, man. 4 threes in the third quarter is the quintessential quickly moment, where like he just goes unconscious for a quarter or for a half, and like
It reminded me of that stretch versus the Bulls that like
yeah,
everyone loves, where like he hits a three, comes down, helps get the steal, brings it down, hits another three, Bulls call timeout. Like ultimate momentum shifter right there.
like he just swings momentum insanely well for like a young player.
It's very fun to watch. Um, JL says, I'll give Randall credit for not getting ejected because that first half made me think he would be leaving early. Nah, there was a clip of him and OG Anunoby. Like, he was just like kept shoving OG Anunoby. Um, and like, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be another Cam Johnson situation, man. It's gonna be another Cam Johnson situation. But, thankfully, he did not get himself ejected. Stayed in the game, helped contribute to at least getting it close. But yeah, it had the makings for a Randall ejection.
Which I like. Low key, I would have been like, you know what, man, yo, these reps suck tonight. Like, you're just getting whacked. Like, obviously, you don't want to see him get ejected, but like, man, he has a point when he's yelling like that. I'm surprised he didn't even get a tech. So,
Yeah. Um. Oh my gosh, JL. Yes, thank you. The one time the refs gave us a call when Randall fell down and found RJ for a three and it didn't count. Oh my gosh, I was so
bro,
pissed.
oh shit,
I
I
was
forgot
so
about that.
pissed. That was a momentum swinger within itself. That if RJ hits that three and it counts,
Man, like, bro, so many things had to go the right way, dude.
for the
Like,
Raptors, yeah, they don't realize how blessed they are with that win.
just absolutely ridiculous, man. Just again, oh, I hate losing that game. I really do. I really do hate it.
It's so annoying losing these type of games because it's so winnable. If like first of all, if refs do their job, first of all, and like yeah, basically that's it. If refs do their job, this game is winnable. And I hate to pin everything on the refs, but like because we had like so many turnovers, but like the game was right there, literally. Like take away like 5 free throws, not even five. Take away 7 free throws from from the Raptors, from Siakam, not even the Raptors, from Siakam. Take away 7 of them and spread them out amongst the other Knicks players that probably should have gotten a call or two tonight. Just think about the point swing there. Just think
I,
about that.
oh man, I just
That's why these type of games is so annoying, and why blaming the refs, like it's so pertinent. Um,
like it deserved to. Like sometimes, like I sometimes like ref bashing, like it's annoying, but sometimes it's just like this. It makes sense this game.
yep. Chris, Tyrese, this one's for you.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to fuck James McCann. Okay, let's see. They gonna eat $5 million of the contract. The Orioles will. Okay, it's lit, bro. It's a good day to be a Mets fan. I don't care what anybody got to say. Knicks lose, whatever, bro. Carlos Correa's a Met.
We don't care about stickball right now. Knicks are
Boy,
winning.
who is we? So what?
We don't care about stickball. It is Knicks season.
And I will be right. I will be right there when the damn opening game opens up, and I'm gonna be right there in Citi Field paying out the ass for a hot dog and some pizza cupcakes.
Giving money to a billionaire.
I don't give a damn if you gonna give me Shohei Otani next year. I'll give him my kidney.
Virgil X says, "Did Tyrese just say IQ is a young player? I mean, IQ is a vet now. No, I mean, nope, he's not. He's still in his rookie contract.
Look,
He is a
if you're
young
on your rookie
player."
contract, I don't care if you're 30, you're a young player.
Pablo Prigioni, shout out Pablo Prigioni,
Facts.
who was a young player at 35.
Luka Vildoza wasn't a young player until he wasn't.
Nah, but yeah, IQ is still on his rookie contract, so he is still a young player, although he may act like a vet at times, especially with his demeanor on the court and the way he is able to, still contribute in so many other ways besides scoring. But no, he's not a vet yet. We will not
Like
thrust that title onto him.
Obi Toppin got Social Security checks coming in the door right now, but until that man gets his second contract, it is a young man.
Oh my gosh, leave Obi alone. All right, getting into the next game, we got, of course, our favorite opponent, the Bulls. We beat them twice already. Hopefully, couldn't make it a clean sweep. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, do the things that you did last time versus Chicago. Like, hopefully Grimes is healthy and he plays, and hopefully we do the things that we did in the second game versus Chicago, and we can end this game really early and get ready for Christmas. That's all I really have to say about the Bulls, because I really don't know, like, what else should I say about the Bulls? Like I don't know. Like Caruso's probably gonna be out. He's in concussion protocol. Like, that definitely helps us about a ton. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird schedule because we play all of our games against the Bulls in like the span of 10 days, which is awkward. But like, yeah, just do what you were doing beforehand and pull it out. That's really it. So
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that Caruso's out definitely helps us a ton, and like they don't have a key defender, so
yeah, that's really it. Like, there's no analysis in that. Just beat the Chicago Bulls again. Do what you did already, and hopefully you'll be able to be able to say you won what 9 out of the last 10. So
yeah. JL says beat Chicago and the 76ers on Christmas, and then the 5 seed is ours.
true.
Long season though. Long season, but it's good to, be in this range right now, so that way, like, if we fall off, the fall off is not something that's so significant and detrimental to us. But yeah, it's good to be, in this range. Who's the 4 seed right now?
I think it is Cleveland.
Oh, it's Brooklyn. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
oh yeah.
Subway series in the first round. That if Adam Silver's about his money.
Yeah. Like, Davis Stern would have been rigging so much shit to get that to happen.
He would have rigged either like a Cleveland Knicks first round or a Brooklyn Knicks first round for the longest.
Adam Silver not about the game, bro.
He's not about his bread.
Like, it's
And,
just
I would think someone that's running, a sports league would be about their bread, but Adam Silver ain't about his bread. But those either one of those series is easy money. Brooklyn versus New York, Cleveland versus New York. You got storylines there. I mean, the Nets storyline is a little old. I mean, there's like the rivalry of being in the same city or whatever it is, but like the whole storyline of Katie and Kyrie not choosing the Knicks is very old. No one cares about it anymore, so that's not going to sell. The whole Donovan Mitchell thing, though, that will sell. That's fresh. That's fresh.
I feel like it was still like the Nets Knicks thing will still sell.
Maybe.
Like, people are still on that. People are absolutely still
on losers that. Are still on that.
I know, but like, yeah.
It's not gonna sell as much as Cleveland though, because like it's Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Cleveland would be like the big money ticket. I think the Knicks would be for the city, really, and for bragging rights. Cleveland Knicks would be for like, Cleveland Knicks would be for like the real hoop heads who just like Plus, it would be for us because there's a chance we win that game. So
Yeah, I mean JB sees red when he sees Donovan Mitchell. So
Boyd just turned into damn prime, like prime Stockton Mitch with MJ from the low post. Man just comes to hoop.
yeah. So JL's comment, his next comment brings me to our next category. New category in the show. Jeremy Grant, player of the game next game. Who is the player that's going to get a ridiculous amount
DeRozan.
of free throws?
DeRozan.
It's going to be DeRozan. It's
DeRozan.
always DeRozan.
Okay, all right. So what we putting the line at? We putting the line at what's his free throws
He's
per
getting
game?
he's getting 14 free throws. He's getting 14 plus free throws against us.
I want to see what his I want to see what his free throws per game are right now.
I mean, we can look at tonight's game against the Hawks and see how many he got tonight single handedly.
All right.
I think he got 6. Yeah, he's definitely gonna get more against us. He's
Okay,
gonna get
so
14 plus.
he averages 8.2 on the season.
He had 6 tonight.
Sorry, let's put the line at over under. I want to say 8.5. Yeah, over under 8.5. You taking? I'm taking the over.
I said the over under at 10.5, and I'm sticking over.
Shit, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He's gonna get a nasty amount of free throws versus us. That's just how things go.
Okay, so then who you think getting the nasty free throws on our team?
Who's getting like
Probably Randall.
I think either Randall or Brunson.
Yeah, I can see Randall going off for like 10.
I mean, if I just look at the last game that we had versus them, and just look at like who got like the most free throws. So RJ actually led us in scoring, but who led us in free throws? It was RJ, yeah, with 11 free throws attempts. He had 6 of them though. And then the other game, let me see who led us in free throws. It was a tie between no, that's 3-point attempts. Wrong stat. It looks like it was Randall. I'm seeing he had 12 makes. I'm trying to see how many he had. 15 attempts. Yeah, so it's gonna be either Randall, RJ, or Brunson. I think it's gonna be either one of the three. They'll make their living in the paint. And you know if Grimes is back, he'll make his living in the 3-point line.
True.
But yeah, DeRozan's definitely gonna get a nasty whistle, and like we're playing in MSG, it's gonna be very disgusting. Because like the rest, they don't. I don't know what they're trying to prove. Are they trying to like create new Garden records this year? Like, what are they trying to? What is their goal?
I have no idea, but it's filthy basketball, and I know David Stern is sick right now.
Rolling over in his grave. All right, I think this is a good place to leave it. Shout out to everyone that left comments. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. Make sure that you leave a like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, pull up to YouTube, leave a like, subscribe. Helps us out a ton. On our way to 1K subs. We will be back on Friday evening. After the Knicks take on the Bulls. Hopefully the Knicks are able to get a win, reignite a new win streak, beat the Bulls again for the 3rd time. That would be great to do. We will catch you guys after that game. Make sure you check out everything Strickland related in the description. We got links to the merch site, Patreon, and Twitter. All great ways to support us. We are also on Instagram at thestrick.land. But yeah, we'll be back then. Peace out. Have a good night.